Hey guys, this is Crashies from NB's Valorant team.
And this is FNS, and we're going to be talking you guys through our Masters Berlin experience.
So how did you like Berlin?
Honestly, I had a pretty fun time. I had a blast in the first 10 days of us having to do media, and I loved the part where in practice rooms there was ambulances moving around back and forth. That was really the fun part for me because I couldn't hear through when we were playing scrims, I couldn't hear through my headset because there was just ambulances, people dying, weddings, everything that could happen was happening to us during practice. So that was my favorite part. We had some bomb food,
Yeah.
honestly. Steaks, roast beef, which was incredible. A couple birthdays where we splurged. So yeah, overall a pretty insane experience.
Pretty good experience, yeah. I would agree.
Saw the city.
Took some cool pictures.
Yeah. And then the hotel was nice.
Yeah.
The hotel is rarely ever nice. I had incredible beer. I'm not a huge beer fan, but that was cool. Also finished most of Vic's beers. So there was that.
That is true.
But yeah, had a good experience, and then we placed well, so.
And what was your favorite moment from your Berlin experience?
I would say just the dinners that we had. I think it brought the team a lot closer. Everyone had a good time. Everyone had a blast. We ate really, really good food. One time we went to dinner with the 100 Thieves guys as well. That was a lot of fun. So yeah, just the experiences in terms of just team bonding and going to dinners and stuff like that, doing stuff together. It was awesome. So yeah, I'll go with that.
Yeah. What do you think the funniest moment of the trip was?
Funniest moment of the trip? Actually don't know. Is there a funny thing that happened? Oh, okay. I have one. So Ronnie hates being on stage.
Oh yeah.
Our manager hates being on stage. So I pulled a little prank on him because he made me, if you guys noticed in the opening ceremony or whatever, where we walk out, he made me do the handshake with the coach. Usually it's supposed to be our manager because we didn't have a coach there. So he made me do it without my permission. He just made me do it because he just hated doing it. So while we were doing some media stuff, he just told the Riot people, he told like the Riot managers that I'm gonna be the one doing it. So that was a huge surprise to me and I didn't want to do it. So that night when I got back to the hotel room, I told him that I told Riot that he's gonna have to do it. And I think he has stage fright. So he just did not want to do it at all. So I messaged him and I said, yo, you're gonna have to do it tomorrow. You absolutely have to do it tomorrow. Like there's no getting out of this, Ronnie. And he had like 3 panic attacks.
Oh my goodness.
So I don't think I'm ever gonna prank again after that.
That's funny.
Yeah.
What do you think the best place we ate or like the best food experience we had was?
Oh, that's easy. I'm definitely gonna have to go with the roast beef at Grill Royale.
Oh, yeah.
Grill Royale. I don't know how to say it, but that roast beef, I'm not gonna say how much it cost.
The Wagyu.
The Wagyu roast beef was by far probably one of my favorite things I've ever eaten, period.
Yeah.
If you guys have ever had a chance to go to Berlin, go to this Grill Royale place. It's pretty expensive, but it's totally worth it. And then on the cheaper end, we had doner kebab, which was insane. So we'd make late night runs because our matches were always late. So as soon as our matches were over and we won, we'd go and celebrate and get a doner kebab.
Doner kebab.
Yeah, those two definitely were my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how was the stage in Berlin?
I played on a lot of stages. That was a super, super cool one. Probably the best overall like production. One of the best I've seen. I think the only one that really compete would be E-League. Yeah, production was awesome. It looked super spot on. I think the production team did a really, really good job. PCs definitely could have used a little bit of work. I don't want to be too mean, but I wish the PCs were a little bit better.
Yeah, I
But
agree.
overall, I loved that we were able to talk other teams and be able to yell at other teams and then being able to yell back at us, and there was just a little bit of banter between teams.
Yeah.
I thought that made it a more personal thing outside of competing. I think it was just fun, like seeing Asuna's face when I on him.
Yeah.
Like I think that's my favorite thing personally on the stage was the fact that the opponents can hear me. It threw me back to the old lands where you didn't have a crowd or anything like that. But yeah, the only thing I think was missing the entire time was a crowd overall. I think if we had that, it would have made the experience 10 times better. But all in all, pretty good for COVID.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
How did it feel to represent North America in the finals?
I've never really represented North America in any final, any relevant final, so it was awesome to be able to go on stage and have that many people watch us compete. I mean, it sucked the result, but I think at the end of the day, everyone knew the maps were very close. Obviously, I feel like the first 2 maps could have gone either way, but I think the overall experience of being able to represent North America was something I won't forget. Yeah.
So what was your favorite match in Berlin, would you say?
The Sentinels match, it's not even close for me because I remember we were watching the 100 Thieves game right beforehand and Sentinels was in the other room. And every time we saw Ascend get around, we all freaked out in a good way. We wanted Ascend to win.
Yeah, we want 100 Thieves to lose.
Yeah, because obviously our spot was on the line. If 100 Thieves lost, we would immediately probably get the spot. We would get the spot for champions. So, and we were going to play Sentinels next, so we wanted 100 Thieves to lose. And Ascend was up 12-7, and they eventually ended up choking that game, and 100 Thieves won. So we went from like really, really happy to like kind of somber.
Back to neutral, yeah.
Yeah, and we were like, all right, time to play our match. And our match was literally right after, so we had to get on stage and set up. But the reason that match was easily my favorite was because nobody expected us to beat them. Everyone, obviously they were the best team there in terms of results. So it was good to shut all those people up, all the people that doubted us, and just the way that we won. Even the fact that they made that first map was an overtime. When we rewatched the game, it should not have been an overtime game. Like we should have smoked them on map 1 even harder than map 2. So with all due respect to them, I think they're a great team. I loved how we played against them and that we're prepared, and everything we prepared for happened.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was probably the best match in terms of how we played too.
Any final thoughts or things you would do differently about the tournament or steps you would take? Yeah.
I'd win the final next time around. I don't think we lose to that team if we play them again. I think we obviously rewatched the game. We saw what went wrong. That stuff, there was a lot of rounds where we got very unlucky. So all due respect, Gambit won, respect to them, but I don't think we lose that again. So yeah, I'd change that.
The outcome of the final.
Yep.
Right. So who do you think the MVP of like the NV Valorant team was, you think?
We want to do this on 3?
Yeah.
On 3. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
It's not close. He's obviously the star player on our team. He's played incredibly well. He had 5 days of practice with us, and then 2 weeks after that, we had like practice here and there, but by no means did we catch him up on everything, and yet he performed out of this world.
Yeah.
And yeah, he got the recognition that he deserves.
What was the craziest play you had in Berlin? I remember a few, but let's see which one
I think the most impactful one was the round where we hit C on Sentinels, and I killed 4.
Oh yeah, the John round.
I'd say because that was a 3v5.
Yeah.
Like we should have lost that round pretty cleanly, and then I killed Tyson in a smoke that he threw, and then peeked and killed 2 more, and then ulted, which made Shazam run into the bomb site. Killed Shazam after he killed you.
I'm pretty sure you were lit too.
Yeah, killed Shazam before he killed you, got the bomb down, and then played the post plant. I
Yeah.
played the post plant badly, but Jimmy ended up winning the 1v1, or whoever it was, ended up winning the 1v1, and then, yeah. So I would say that was the most impactful round overall in terms of just me killing everybody, which rarely ever happens. So yeah, that was cool.
That's fair.
Yeah.
What advice can you give to the aspiring pro Valorant players?
Definitely grind. Don't slack off when it comes to the grind, but obviously it's hard because people have school, you have jobs, so it's hard to grind like 8, 10, 12 hours a day like some other kids are able to. So based off your circumstances, just make the most out of them. Make sure you put in the correct amount of time and don't play ranked all day, do other things. If you want to learn, for example, how to be an in-game leader, watch demos, watch VODs of teams, understand why teams are doing what they're doing instead of focusing on aim, because aim can only get you so far. I've given the same advice so often throughout my career, is just don't focus on aim so much as just trying to become a better player by outsmarting your opponent. So definitely watch a lot of VODs, put a lot of time into the game overall in terms of mechanics as well, and trying to balance everything out with your life. Don't just throw everything in your life out the window and only focus on Valorant either, because that's not healthy. So live a decent, healthy lifestyle, have a good diet, sleep well, and play a decent amount of Valorant where you use your time effectively. That is my advice. So, what was your experience in Berlin? How'd you like the city?
So yeah, it was my first time traveling internationally, as you know.
Yeah.
Berlin, definitely a cool place to go. I didn't have any expectation going there. I just assumed that, you know, it would probably be cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, it kind of blew away my expectations. It was really clean. The people there were really nice. I wasn't really expecting people to, you know, speak English.
Everyone's biking around.
Yeah, everyone's walking on the streets. Everyone's biking. It was definitely a different experience for me, I would say.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say it was insane. Definitely the best first time
For
traveling
sure.
internationally I could ask for. So.
Yeah, I would agree. That was a good experience.
Yeah.
And that's I've been to a lot of lands and I would say that was up there.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay, I don't know if you have one of these, but what would be your favorite moment from that whole experience? The entire time we were in Berlin, if you can think of one thing. I know there's a lot probably.
Yeah, there's a lot. For me,
It could even be something
personally,
in-game in the server if you want.
I would just say, personally, I would say my best moment is just placing second with the team, just because all the doubters and no one
Yeah.
expected us to get that far.
Also beating both the NA teams.
Yeah, beating both the NA teams in dominant fashion. It was it was just the perfect story. But yeah, I would say that's my most favorable moment, just because people didn't expect us to get there. So
If you had to pick one very, very funny moment, what's the funniest moment in the entire experience that we had in Berlin?
So I don't know if you remember, but stage rehearsal, when we had to go on stage, they tried making us do some crazy, they had the Riot producers and the helpers tried having us do crazy gestures and
yes.
hand rolls, and yeah, so it was funny to see them
Yeah.
try and get us to loosen up and stuff, but
We're just not that-
we're
just
not
not
that
that
type of
team.
So it was still funny to see us
Yeah,
you know,
I think the
show
only
up.
person that actually did something was Jimmy with
Yeah.
the ice thing, but
Yeah.
besides that, everyone was chilling. Yeah,
Yeah, it was
But
funny.
I remember they were pushing for it. It was very cool. What was your best experience in terms of the meals we had? What was the best food you had there?
I would definitely say the same place you said, Grill Royale, whatever.
Yeah.
The Wagyu tri-tip, the Wagyu roast beef, it was all insane, nothing I've ever tasted before.
Yeah.
As you know, we've had a lot of steak that land because we were ordering room service and stuff. So to finally get something new and something that actually tasted
incredible.
insane, it was definitely an incredible experience.
So for you, obviously your first time on a huge stage, big first international land. You were nervous? How was your first time on stage for you?
Yeah, I mean, I was a little nervous thinking about it, just because, like you said, it was my first stage. But once I was up there, it didn't really matter to me. The stage itself was insane. I think the production was incredible.
I actually have a follow-up question. Did you feel like other people were nervous when you were playing against them? Because you could see them so right in front of us.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, so I think the production was insane, with the map, you know how they did the map
Yeah.
on the stream,
Like
or
was
whatever.
circling.
Yeah. And then they would show the map on the floor. I think that was really insane because no one's ever done that before.
Yeah.
And then the nervous-wise, I do think I could see some nerves going on some people because I could see them all the time whenever I'd look
Do you
at
think that
them.
made you confident though,
Yeah,
when you
yeah.
yelled at them?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
That's why I yell at the other team, because I get
I was
more
gonna,
energy.
I was gonna
and-
say you were very probably one of our more vocal players
Yeah.
with Jimmy. You and Jimmy were screaming at the other team.
it's fun. It's
Yeah.
fun to see how they react and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So
Yeah.
definitely insane.
How did it feel to represent North America in that final?
So obviously I've never represented North America either in any final. So
Yeah.
to represent North America and to walk out with the American flag, it was just honestly a really cool experience for me.
Yeah.
I never thought I'd be able to do something like that. So just to be able to do it is honestly just insane.
Especially at your first land.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Even to make the grand finals at my first
Yeah.
land, it's just insane.
So to all the teams we played, what would you say your favorite matchup was at Berlin?
I probably would say Gambit if we won, but since we didn't win, I'd probably go with the Sentinel one, just because of how dominant we should have beaten them.
Yeah.
We came in that game super prepared. I don't know if you remember us, but we were all ready to win that
Oh,
day.
dude.
We were all ready to win, take them out.
Yeah.
Even though no one expected us to, we all believed in ourselves and
in
the
our
team.
team for
Yeah.
sure. Everyone on our team, the vibes were very strong.
Yeah.
Everyone knew we were gonna win for some reason. Yeah.
So I would say that was probably my most favorable matchup on land for sure.
So yeah, obviously we lost the final, which sucks. But besides that, what are your thoughts on the overall experience, post-tournament thoughts? Anything you wanna share?
Yeah, obviously I wish we could have won,
Yeah.
just like anyone. But I mean, we didn't play too bad at that LAN. We didn't drop a single map until the finals, which is honestly really hard to do in Valorant. So that was a really cool experience. But final thoughts, I would just say to win the final, because it was so close,
Yeah.
it could have went both ways. So
So you had a lot of crazy plays. insane Sova plays. What would you say was your best overall? Like if you had to pick one play out of all of them, is your most impactful play or your favorite play of the whole tournament? What would it be?
Yeah, I would probably say the Vivo keyed one when we were down 7-1,
I
because
forgot about that one.
we were just getting
First
pummeled.
match.
Yeah, even though we shouldn't have, like we knew what they were doing and everything, but we just needed that one round just to bring back momentum, and
First
that
match.
was a round, yeah.
Yep.
And as soon as we won it, like we just got back into the game.
I would agree. That's definitely our most impactful round for sure. Yeah, that like literally brought the whole team back for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah. So obviously you're a pretty young player in the scene. What would you give in terms of advice to pros up and coming? Like obviously just based off the experiences that you've had.
One big piece of advice I would give is to not burn bridges, just because it's so easy to do, especially in ranked. If someone's like, doing good against you or you're just playing bad, it's so easy to type and just burn a bridge that you never know you could use in the future.
Yeah.
So I would just say don't burn bridges. And another advice I would give is just grind, just like you said.
Yeah.
Grinding is like a really big thing, especially in this industry.
Can't be lazy.
Yeah, there's always someone, ready to come and take your spot. So
sure.
just grind.
Yep.
Yeah, that'd be it. That does it for us, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for more Valorant content. And if you haven't already, like and subscribe. See you next time.